Hi, I'm Katie Mitchell, and this is Camp Win. We are your 2009 Stewardship co-chairs. Here we are in the new building. We are excited about our new approach to the Stewardship campaign.
The 2009 Stewardship campaign theme is engagement, and it is the hope of our committee that we are able to change the way that we all think about stewardship at First Baptist Greenville, that we begin to think about stewardship in terms of engagement, in terms of how we are giving of our time, our talent, and our treasures, and that we are able to build a community at First Baptist Greenville that is engaged in the work of God in Greenville and that is also engaged in the lives of each other.
In your folder, you will find a copy of the Church Covenant. We ask that you read over the 12 points to familiarize yourself with ways that you can become engaged in the life and the ministry of First Baptist Greenville.
On January the 18th, we will be having an engagement fair in the Fellowship Hall. From 9 to 12:30, there will be a variety of different booths set up to let you know about all of the mission and ministries of this church. We hope that you can come by and learn how you can become more engaged in the work of the church in 2009 with your time, with your talent, and with your treasure. Thank you.
Rob and I are members of the Sanctuary Choir and the Atkins Boughton Sunday School class. I'm involved with Mission Circle 7 and I'm an assistant with the 5-year-old choir. We just moved to Greenville in August, but we knew ahead of time that we wanted to attend First Baptist Greenville. While planning our move from Charlotte, we did a lot of online research that helped us discover that this church had what we were looking for: a great music ministry, progressive theology, and active programs for young families. Getting involved quickly has helped us so much. We've made great friends in Sunday school, circle, and choir, which makes us feel really welcomed here. But more importantly, we already feel like we are an active part of the weekly ministry at First Baptist. By leading worship each week in the Sanctuary Choir and by making music with children each Wednesday, our lives are profoundly enriched, and we feel a part of something greater, the ministry of a thriving church family.
My children Marley and Theron and I are visitors to church members who are homebound. This opportunity is available to us through Greenville First Baptist Ministry to Families. I sought out this volunteer opportunity to teach my children the power of love and the importance of kindness. It also serves as a way for me to further develop a strong sense of community for my children. It is an excellent way to give back to my church community and to model volunteerism. We have thoroughly enjoyed getting to know our families. Our visits bring smiles to our faces and to our new friends. As visitors to homebound church members, we are truly grateful for the opportunity to get to know such amazing people who have enriched our lives greatly.
I'm engaged in several Christian education ministries. I attend Wednesday morning men's Bible study. I'm a member of the Adult Education Committee, and I teach in the 4-year-old Sunday school class. Although these ministries might appear different, they have a common connection in the people. I'm engaged with people of all ages in our church. I've learned that Bible study is more effective when engaged in learning with others. I've learned that the interests of all ages of adults are more similar than I had previously imagined. Last month, I learned a fresh insight in Sunday school when our 4-year-olds started their very own tradition. When they sing "This Little Light of Mine," they take turns passing out candles to their classmates. One member always turns off the overhead lights. Then the Christ candle is lit and they begin to sing. Because they started their very own tradition, they have a greater capacity to understand and appreciate the other traditions of the church.
I'm part of the Activities Committee because my family and I truly enjoy all the fun outings and events that First Baptist Church hosts each year. Whether it's a church picnic or May Day Play Day or even a basketball banquet, we love to be involved. Being part of the Activities Committee not only helps you appreciate all the hard work that our entire staff and interns provide, but it lets you see another side of First Baptist Church at work. Not everyone feels comfortable in a sanctuary if they've never been invited to attend church services. But invite somebody to a barbecue or a T-ball sign-up or even to a Christmas fellowship with food, and amazingly they'll come. And then they can see our church as we fellowship and play. The Activities Committee is a great welcome mat for our community that does not know God.
I'm currently serving as chair of the Youth Committee. The Youth Committee is responsible for assisting the youth and recreation ministry staff in planning, organizing, and implementing many of the wonderful programs and activities available to our young people here at First Baptist. My immediate interest in serving on the youth committee is that both of my sons are active participants in the youth ministry. My husband Jerry and I are very supportive of the program, and we want to take every opportunity to make sure that our boys experience the personal growth opportunities and the spiritual development that come from being actively involved with the youth ministry. We also serve as chaperones on mission trips and activities, including the big fall retreat at Rockmont. As our boys have grown up in the church and become more and more involved in youth ministry programs, I have a wonderful opportunity to see firsthand the fantastic programs and missions that our youth are involved with. These young people are the future of our society and our church family. I think we're going to be in good hands.
Rather than being here every time the doors open, for me, being engaged means that I share in a responsibility with the church family to show God's love and care to each other and to our community. I am engaged at First Baptist by attending and participating in worship, Sunday school, teaching, greeting, tithing, delivering food, checking out library books, and serving on the single adult committee. Being engaged in these ways offers me opportunities for spiritual growth and rest, to be challenged and cared for, and to experience God's presence within a community. I believe these things are good for my soul.
I'm involved in the children's ministry program here at First Baptist Church. We are really focused on ministering to children and their families. As a parent of 2 young children inside of this age group, I felt it was important to be involved in this group. Primarily, I felt there was a responsibility to be participating in the church organization. I need to be a part of what makes this church a special place, and I need to be part of what my children are doing. To me, the children's ministry is a stepping stone of our children's development to what we promised them when we dedicated them. It reinforces what we have taught them and sets the stage for what we will teach them in the future. Character, faith, love, service, all of these things are the things we need to be teaching our children. A long time ago, I was told children spell love T-I-M-E, and this is a great way for me to love my kids as well as other kids inside of our church family.
Of all the ministries our church does, I've chosen to get involved with GAIN. The Greenville Area Interfaith Hospitality Network is a group of congregations that provides emergency housing and meals for homeless families and helps them become self-sufficient. I first became interested in GAIN when I found out that there aren't any shelters in the Greenville area where families can stay together. The idea that First Baptist could open our Sunday school rooms to these families, to house them for a week and provide good meals while they work towards recovery, was just beautiful to me. I wanted my family to be involved in that. It's enriched my life to meet these strong women and men who are working so hard at getting back on their feet, to hear them tell about their own faith and about how generous people have been to them. It's fun, and it always gives me hope.
I've been teaching 3-year-old Sunday school at First Baptist for the last 19 years. I became involved when Jean Cantrell, whom I really didn't know well at the time, asked if I would consider helping out. Maybe it's partly genetic, as I had a grandmother who not only kept the nursery at the church I grew up in, but also made her living caring for children in her home. But I said yes, and I haven't attended an adult Sunday school class since. I have just one child, but for an hour a week I have anywhere from 8 to 15. And just as I have enjoyed watching my daughter grow up and develop, I have had the privilege and joy of watching the children of First Baptist grow in wisdom and stature. I get more satisfaction from being called Mr. Bruce at church than I do from being called Dr. Brown at work. 3-year-olds are wonderfully open and inquisitive, and they are both great learners and great teachers.
The Stewardship Committee appreciates your prayerful consideration of support for the mission and ministries of First Baptist Greenville. Moreover, it is our sincere hope that you find an avenue to become engaged in the life of our church. Together, we can be the hands and feet of God in our community.